Yeah, good morning. I don't know if I'm gonna get a lot of people in the morning. It's like 6:50 where I'm at. But I'm just going live because I might as well. I'm posting my update videos for all of the watch list coins. So, people can hang out and most likely people are gonna come in here and ask for them anyway. So, we can just make the update videos together. And I have my my rise mushroom coffee or whatever it's called. So as you can see, I kind of woke up like 15 minutes ago. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Good morning, ATM. Good morning, Jamil. Long time no see. And yeah, let's before I start doing my update videos, let me know what you want me to look at, and then I can hopefully look at those coins first because they should theoretically be on the watch list, right? Damn. I don't see Kato on the watch list. Yeah, that's because Kato isn't on the watch list. But I can do a video for you on Kato. But yeah, Kato isn't, because it's like I only do the watch lists are the member coins. But I mean, I'll still look at all the other coins too. So it's not just that. Taking a look at Kato on the live stream. Let's see if anything has happened from the last time that we looked at it. Remember, we said we had to look at this on the hourly because there just isn't that much information as like on the coin. Yeah, so we did get a nice little bounce from the 0.5 that was supported $1.51. So that is still valid support if it in case comes down. What you don't want to see is making this higher low, or sorry, lower high, and then coming down and making a lower low and validating a downtrend. Granted, it is on the hourly, but just keep that in mind. Now, on the macro time frame, it looks like we did smack against resistance at around $1.70. Just keep in mind with Kato, again, it can come back up to $1.89 and still come down and actually tag the 618, and you'll still validate this downtrend because you're making lower lows and lower highs. So price to beat would be $1.89, should send you to 224, and then hopefully previous high, and from there again it's on the hourly, but we're looking at 456. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. All right, let's look at PP. I'm just joking. It's Pepe. Taking a look at Pepe on the live stream. So not looking at it on the hourly. Yeah, so Pepe on the macro time frame. Yeah, we still have support here at 5039. And it is still bullish. I mean, keep in mind also Pepe had a monster move up. I mean, it had almost a 50x from this low. So this is, you could have actually ended up buying here on Gemini. I remember because I didn't buy this. So again, it's up around a 40 to 50x from there. Shorter term support is here at 5049. So again, we are still over support. We're kind of pretty far from it, right? So if theoretically this is a floor and you establish a floor, it does need to break over the 236382 in order for it to confirm a reversal. But just keep in mind it can come back up to here at around 5089 to 4001 and still be bearish and make that lower low, and then you'd be starting a downtrend. So price to beat would be this. I would say it's sending you back up to the 618 and then previous high, and from there your all-time highs. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Alrighty. Oh my god, OXT. Wow, what happened? I don't want to look at this. Here, let me X out of this. Okay, there we go. Alright, let's just start going down the list, and we'll just take it from there. Taking a look at Dogecoin on the live stream this morning. So I'm doing all my watch list videos on the live stream today, again. So on the macro time frame, Dogecoin needs to get over 20 cents. The next area of support on the macro time frame for Dogecoin is going to be around 15 cents. Yeah, I mean, that also does coincide with the 618. So, we've been saying that Dogecoin has, last time Dogecoin had a 64% move down, and then this time the move down is 64%. So hopefully this marked a bottom. Now, just keep in mind that we can come back up to 22 to 26 cents, and it can actually still make that lower low. Okay, so the price would be this area. Theoretically, again, it can come back up here, make that lower high, and validate this this downtrend that's forming. Kind of what we did here, and then eventually when we broke out, It almost even came back and tagged the downtrend as support and then bounced up. So that's what we're hoping for. I'm not saying, we're still probably going to get a nice move up. It just, seems to happen every single time. But we do need to break 27 cents, and it needs to stay over it. Otherwise, again, we'll come back down. And at that point, the floor needs to hold. Otherwise, the next area of support is valid. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at Shiba Inu on the live stream. So Shiba Inu, fortunately, I mean, the whole market had a nice sell-off, a pretty big sell-off. From the low to the high, you can see where we've actually established a floor over the 618. So we're at support. The next area of support for Shiba Inu is going to be around 5091. And in terms of the targets on the upside, I think, is it still over the 382? No, it is not. So it is on support, and then the next area that it absolutely needs to stay over would be around 1, so 4011. Otherwise, the price is going to actually be bearish again. Now, keep in mind that Shiba Inu can come back up to 15 to 19 and still be bearish, because it could come up, make a lower high, get smacked back down, and then if we break this low, then we'd be making a lower low. So theoretically comes back here, gets stuck, makes a lower low, and then you'd be validating this downtrend that we're in. So again, price to beat for Shiba Inu would be around 4019. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Check the chat. Bullish on Parade. Yo, meow. How do I become unsubscribed from your channel? What? You became unsubscribed? Did you subscribe again? Do you use Market Cipher? No, I don't use Market Cipher. What's up, Roy's Army in the house? What's up, Indian Kitchen? How are you? Are you still in Jesus Coin? Let's see. How's Jesus Coin doing? How is Jesus Coin doing for Indian Kitchen? No, wait, wrong graph. Wrong chart. Oh, dang. I mean, is it even on support right now? No, it's not. It's under. So the next area would be 7022. However, hold on. Yeah. So this would. So I mean, technically. Yeah, we have support here at 7029 and then 7022. All right, let's look at XRP, and then let's start just going down the list. Taking a look at XRP on the live stream. So nothing has actually changed from yesterday's video. I know I get a lot of XRP update requests. So like we said last time, I mean, XRP is very bullish. I do put the target at around $6.50, which is exactly what we've been saying every single time we look at XRP. On the short time frame, you could see XRP is still over the 236382, and then on the bigger time frame, it's still over the 236 at $1.91. So XRP has a lot of support, and it looks like it's just consolidating, and it's established a floor and it looks like, again, we're just waiting for that explosion to $6.61. Now, if you want to be a real moon boy, and you know, I'm not saying that this is going to happen. I think we have a target at $29, $26, whatever, 29, 26, around the $26, $27 mark. So just keep in mind, again, if we do go flying with XRP past 661, we do have a target up to $26. And that's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Damn, sorry, Indian Kitchen. Are you going to hold it, though? Are you going to wait until it comes back? Can you check SwiftCoin? Yes, Carlos. Yeah, I actually have that on here. So, taking a look at SwiftCoin on the live stream. So, SwiftCoin is actually doing well. Oops. Yeah, SwiftCoin. What the heck? Where is that? There we go. SwiftCoin is doing very well. We've been talking about this every single stream. So from the low to the high, we're still over 309, so we're still macro bullish. On the shorter time frame, we have support at, yeah, we have support at 1. We have support at 1, which actually does coincide with that. And then on the shorter time frame, we have support here exactly where we are at around 12. So again, very bullish as long as we stay over these two targets and areas of support. You are looking at my target at 8 cents is still validated, but the problem is that if we break below this area, then I'd say that this is a top and we are probably going to get a bigger capitulation down. And at that time, I would say that we would probably need to stay over the 786 here. Sorry, here, because you'd be making a higher low. Yeah, so around 208, so around 209. So that's very crucial area that absolutely needs to it absolutely needs to stay over that area. And that's pretty much it. On the upside, again, we had a nasty sell-off, obviously. Looking at the RSI, it's no longer overbought, but every single time you were making higher highs, and then the stock RSI is completely reset. So it should put us in the play for that next leg up, hopefully. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Yeah, man, SwiftCoin. But like also like think about SwiftCoin, Carlos. Like, I first started. So if you search my channel for SwiftCoin, we actually, man, like SwiftCoin and Onyx Coin, we've been looking at these coins since since literally 2000 and November, December of 2023. Okay, so SwiftCoin was at like 2014. Okay, so if I had just bought like that, I would have been up 30x on this. And then another coin is XN, where it went up 60x. So we've been looking at these coins and calling these targets for a while now. Obviously, some of them are winners and some of them are losers. Some of them we thought we were going to go up and then we just went to zero, right? For example, like my coin is one of them. Like OXC just never had a run. So, SwiftCoin, I hope you were in before this massive move up. But again, if you're buying in now, it does have potential. But if not, then you just have to wait a little bit longer to be in profit. And that's if the project continues to build out. So that's really important to note too. That's why it's super important to buy a coin that's like long term, because if you don't, then some coins won't make it until next cycle and they'll get delisted and then you'll lose all your money, which is unfortunate as that is. That's why it's super scary for me, and I'm like, dude, I should just like sell my I'm not gonna sell my OXT, but I should sell the rest of my OXT and just wait and put it in actual big coins like Bitcoin, Litecoin. XRP is a good play, but it's a little bit too expensive for me. And XLM is a good play. Those like long coins that have a future. But anyway, that's pretty much it. All right, let's check the chat. Don't know, man. Yeah, I hope you get it back, Indian Kitchen. Yeah, I was in XN and 001 and took profit to Swift. Well, if you cycled that perfectly, then theoretically you should still be, I mean, regardless, you should still be up. But taking a look at XCN Onyx Coin on the live stream. So, yeah, I mean, we're having a nasty sell-off right now, but it is resetting the indicators. So the RSI is down here. Keep in mind, we have been making higher highs across the board. So we did need a reset of the RSI, and then the stock RSI is, completely reset too. So keep in mind, again, I always stress this, you want to buy when the RSI is in the red, not when it's in the green. Because if you buy in the green, regardless, there's going to be some sort of sell-off, right? So just keep that in mind. You could look at the RSI yourselves on CoinMarketCap. So just so you know. Now, from the high to the low, as of right now, I would say retesting the 618 and the 0.05 are in play on the macro time frame. And then in terms of support, yeah, I mean, we have so much support. So we're not even close to the 382, and on the shorter time frame, yeah, we're not even close to that. And then on the even shorter time frame from this low, from prior to this move, it would be, we are actually sitting on support right now. So not sure if we're going to get another capitulation down, but also keep in mind that on the shorter time frame, you can see that also does coincide with the 618 from the high to the low on the macro time frame. We do have a resistance here, so just don't get overly bullish if XCN starts pumping, and if XCN takes you back to 2 cents 10, because what can happen is we can come back down, and if this support doesn't hold, we'd be making a lower low, and we'd be validating this downtrend that we're forming. And this is kind of a reach. Again, I don't even have that much information. I'm just basing it off of what happens most of the time. It doesn't necessarily have to happen. So you could get consolidation, and then you could get the next leg up, which will take you past 5 cents, and then previous highs at 18 cents. But just be mindful of both scenarios, though. So with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at Jasmy on the live stream. So Jasmy is still, I believe, macro bullish, but we'll take a look at that right now. So taking it not from that high, but this high, like we have been, to the low. Yeah, so unfortunately we broke in under the 382. However, every single time we've broken under it, we've gotten a nice little relief rally and a recovery rally. So keep in mind, there's only so much more selling pressure for Jasmy. As you can see, the RSI is almost oversold, and then the stock RSI is almost completely reset. So just keep in mind that it does need to get over around 1 cent 70, which again, 1, 2, 3, 4, we're on the 5th time of it coming over here, and then every single time it came down here, it's made a higher high in terms of the price. Higher high, higher high, higher high. So just keep in mind that the next target for Jasmy on the macro time frame is going to be the 786 at around 12 cents. So that would be great if we do get some sort of recovery rally that takes us over to 11 cents, and it does put the RSI in the green, which again, you're making higher highs on it anyway. So that's the best case scenario. Worst case scenario, we break structure and we come back down to 1 cent 20, or yeah, 1 cent 20 would be the next area of support. Now, with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Please give your opinion on Monero. Ooh, I think it's man, I remember when Monero got delisted on Coinbase. Hold on, I need some juice. Damn, can you guys see me drinking that? Look, I have a cat on my mug. It's like a for Dia Las Mortes or whatever, Day of the Dead. Yeah, so what do you want more Monero? All right, let's see. I think these security coins are like very, very, very like Dash. Look what happened to Dash. Flip coins in the house. Good morning. How are you? We're just going through the watch list. So we just did DOGECOIN, SHIBA, Jasmy, Onyx Coin. I did Swift Coin. And then I think that's it. Yeah, Swift Coin. And then a couple other coins that people requested. So feel free to request your coins, and I will take a look at them, after Monero. So let me know what you want me to look at for you. Taking a look at Monero on the live stream. So I don't know if I actually made an update. I don't know if I've ever made a video on Monero, but we'll take a look at it. So from the cycle high to the low, it does look like we are getting stuck at the 0.5. So the next target, and we are macro bullish because we are over 184. So as of right now, once we break the 0.5, we do have a target here at 270, 336, and then 520 for the previous cycle high. And then in terms of support goes, let me see if that coincides with anything. No, it doesn't, but we have support here at 196, and then if we do break this area at 184, we still have support at 172. So with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. Thank you. Excuse me. Woke up to the live catnification. That's awesome. Look, he woke up too to the catnification. And then this one right here is just at the window guarding. So yeah. All right, guys. So I just did Monero. Let's look at, okay, so please check Nitro. I'm assuming it's Nitro on ETH. Indian Kitchen, can you check this? Or Indian Kitchen, can you let me know if this is the right Nitro? Roy's Army for 5. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. First super chat of the day. Let's go. So Pepe 2.0. Damn, you still have this, dude? Dude, you've been asking about Pepe 2.0 for like a year now. I hope you make it. I really hope you make it. Yeah, so we made a lower low. Unfortunately, we broke this cycle. So Pepe 2, it does have relatively good liquidity and a 6.2 million market cap. So from the high to the low, let me just make sure it's formatted correctly. Yes, it is. So yeah, from the high to the low, nothing's price is bearish under 7 zeros 22, and then bullish over 7 zeros 36. Obviously, it needs to establish a floor here. What you don't want to see is maintaining this downtrend. So just keep in mind for the gentleman who requested this, it can come back up here and then come back down, make a lower low, and validate this downtrend. I mean, that is on its own, that is a big move. So that's around 170%. Well, actually, it's 68 to 168%. So you have to decide out if you're planning on selling at that point or not, or if you think it's going to blast on past it. So again, huge gamble coin. It is it's a 20x. It's almost a 20x back up to its all-time high. So that is around 120 million market cap. Gamble play, obviously, but yeah, you got to do what's best for you. If 701 does break, then we are going to be making a lower low and all-time lows. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Damn, I really hope you make it. So yeah, let's look at Nitro. So yeah, I mean, taking a look at Nitro. Nitro looks like it's, it's holding up very, very, very well. 2 million market cap, 192 lock liquidity. I'm not a big fan of that, but it doesn't matter because there are a lot of coins that don't even have lock liquidity. Yeah, so I mean, Nitro is very bullish right now. It looks like it wants to get up on out of here. So for Nitro, yeah, so we're over the 618. Once we break this previous peak, which it looks like we're about to break it, you are looking at 405, which as of today is going to be around a 10x, which is going to be a 20 million market cap. So, and if it really goes bullish, Indian Kitchen, then you're looking at 150x. Yeah, so this might be like a 200 or a $300 million coin. So this is a gamble play. Obviously, you know that though. But again, there's no support. Like, it's just consolidating sideways. It's not breaking down. So there's no point of even looking at support, because if it rugs, it's just going to rug and go to zero, right? But if it goes up, then, and based on the structure, it looks like it is going up. So just keep that in mind. And with that being said, yeah, that's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion. What's up, Matthew Dropco? Damn, flip coins for 20. What? Dude, thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Wow. Okay, let's look at all your coins. If you have any hope for use, Car or Billy, well, like at this point, I feel if I was you at this point, I would just hold it until it gets that bounce up. And I know we keep saying that, but like it's really that meme where the guy's, you know, making a phone call and he's like, oh, hey, flip coin sold, so pump it. So they're just waiting for you to sell. It feels like they're just waiting for you to sell to pump it. But at this point, those two coins are so down, so you might as well hold it. Just like with my coin and what I did with OXT. Dude, I was down like 17K. Like it was really bad. And I just held out. I was like, you know what? It's just going to go to zero. So you probably have, you know, more in there, but you don't have to say how much you have in there, but I know the feeling. So, and I just held it, and then luckily we got that bounce. And do you remember I ended up selling some and getting some money back, and I was really happy. So, okay, yeah, let's look at used car. And I don't get how, yeah, so, okay, so it's actually holding a price, but okay, I don't get how this is, I don't get how the market cap, how it tanked so much with so much locked liquidity. I just don't get it, so just keep it, so I don't know. Taking a look at used car on the live stream again. So from the last time that we actually drew our chart, we did say that it needed to establish a floor here, which it actually has. It actually has established a bottom from the looks of it. So yeah, I mean, as of right now, bearish under, let me just make sure this is still the 236382. Yeah, it is. Okay. So bearish under 2036 and then bullish over 2078, but most likely some people that are in it that might try to get out. At this point, you know, you have to decide whether you want to sell for 212% or 574%. Because again, people that bought here would theoretically still be down, but at least you could get some money back. So keep in mind that we have resistance here at 2036 and 2078, but also just keep in mind it can, from this high to the low, it can still come back up to 2025 and still be bearish. So we have a lot of, like, when a coin is all the way at the bottom, there's so much resistance because you could take it from the high, you could take it from you could take it from the next peak before it actually ended up dipping. You could actually also take it from here, and if we do that, you'll see that we've already hit that area, right? So we've already hit the 236 here, and the next area would be 202. But we will take it a little bit on the bigger time frame because again, that if this is going to go to zero, then it would have already went to zero. So I think we should theoretically get some sort of consolidation, and hopefully we come back up and get a nice little pump back up to 2025 to 36. So again, that would put the price around 118, 200, and then 500 and whatever percent pump. Now, with saying that, if we do break down, then we are going to make a lower low, and I guess the next area of support will be 305, but if that happens, then that would be extremely unfortunate. But our best bet is looking at used car, consolidating over this previous low, and then if once it starts consolidating, and once you start realizing that it's not breaking down, that's super. I'd be super happy if I were you, because that means that we are getting some sort of relief rally at that point. It might just have to consolidate a little bit and then take us back to these prices. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Yeah, so there's used car, which is crazy, and then let's take a look at Billy. Oh, damn it, the one video I didn't make. Oh yeah, same with Billy. Yeah, damn, they're like doing the same thing. Taking a look at Billy on the live stream. So last time that we looked at it, we said that it needed to establish a floor, which it looks like, hey, no, Angel. Sorry, my cat was trying to knock down the plant. Where was I? Okay, yeah, so it needs to establish a floor, and 2026 needs to hold, which it looks like it has been. And for Billy, 2.7 million and 893K. Actually, this is way better than the this is Actually, I think it's the same, because if this actually goes down to 300K, that's divided by 10, which is 93. So actually, no, the other coin is better locked liquidity to market cap ratio. But damn, this is like really good lock liquidity to market cap ratio. $893,000 of lock liquidity when the market cap is 2.7 million is absolutely crazy. I don't know how we can dump this much, because this coin is absolutely crazy. So with that being said, again, the targets still are valid, I believe, from the high to the low. Oh, no. Wait. Hold on. Did we take it from this move? Yeah, we did. So on the shorter time frame, this is resistance, and then on the macro time frame, we have resistance here, which is inside of it anyway, and then here. So bearish under 2065, it does need to hold this floor and establish levels over this floor, and then bullish over 1 cent 14. Just keep in mind, again, it can come back. It can come back up to these levels, which is 135%, 250%, and then 400%, and it could still get rejected and come back down. And then if the floor doesn't hold, then we can basically make a lower low. But at that point, you have to decide if you're done with Billy, if you got a little bit of money back, and if you want to sell. And if not, then then you're holding it in hopes of it to go back to its all-time high, which is again from today around 82x. So kind of a gamble play, but you have to decide what's best for you. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. I don't know if I made the Nitro video, but let me just do this really quick. Taking a look at Nitro on the live stream. So I actually didn't end up saving the video. I didn't think that I needed to, but I am going to post it for one of my members. So we said that the Nitro, this structure is very bullish. Like if it was going to rug, it's going to rug. So we don't even need to look at support, because again, it looks like it literally popped up and it's consolidating, and it's getting ready. It's coiled up and getting ready for that next move up. Keep in mind, once we break this previous high, which is around 100% pump on its own, you are looking at around a 10x. Again, that's going to put the market cap around 20 million. It's going to put the liquidity to around 1.29 million. And that is going to take you up to all-time highs. Again, this looks very bullish. It just looks like it's either going to rug or it's going to go to the moon. So it is a gamble play. Obviously, you guys know it's a gamble play. Although from the looks of it, if it was going to rug, it was going to rug anyway. So it does look like it's getting ready for that setup for the next move up. With that being said, good luck. I really hope this thing goes up and breaks this previous high and takes you to 4053. That is the next target. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. All right, and then your other three coins were Turbo. Is it over 3? No, it's not. That's not good. Snack's doing relatively good. Yeah, we went all the way back up. But we said that. Remember, we drew our fib from the high to the low, and we said it could get stuck at the 2363 at 2. I'm curious to see if it did. And if it did, that's probably when people sold. They were like, hey, I'm over this. And then CKB. Okay, let me see. All right, so yeah, so taking a look at Turbo on the live stream. So let's look at it, see what's happened with Turbo. From the low to the high, yeah, we saw support at 18, so the same thing. And then we have support at 21. We have support at, we don't have support at 29 anymore. We don't have support anymore. Okay, yeah, so the next area of support would be, yeah, 21. So keep in mind, it's still well over it, and I think this massive sell-off obviously did kind of reset the RSI, which it did. Also, keep in mind, with Turbo, I mean, it did a 200x, so it's only natural for it to come back down. Yeah, I mean, it's down 83% from its high, but it's, it did a 200x. Now, even though it's down, you're still kind of maintaining this uptrend, and you're also maintaining this it kind of almost looks like a bull flag. where you're consolidating over this level, and that still puts it bullish. Keep in mind for SNEC, we might get some sort of recovery rally. It is going to take us back to 2037 to 2048. So what that means is that it can come back up to these levels, and it could still be bearish and come back down and make that lower low, and you'd be validating this downtrend. So the price to beat for Turbo would be 2047. Once that breaks, we're probably going to get a 618 retracement at 2073, and same thing goes there. We could get rejected and make a lower low, make a lower high, and then validate a downtrend that's forming. So, but once that breaks, Turbo to the moon, we're looking at 4 to 5 cents for Turbo. And with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at SNEC on the live stream. I mean, SNEC is doing really good. Yeah, I mean, SNEC is still macro bullish, right? Yeah, we didn't hold to 236, but oh, that's funny. That's the same. That's like the same target as Turbo. So we have support at 2018, and then you can see we almost held support at the 382. So hopefully we get over 2033 ASAP, and if we do, we should be fine. It looks like we're sitting on it right now. Now, in terms of if this was some sort of bottom, just keep in mind SNEC can come back up to the 236382, and the same thing goes where we can get rejected down. It does need to break that, so you have to decide if you're done with it or if you want to hold it. If we do manage to break this area of resistance, then you have the 618 retracement in play, and then once that breaks, I'd say SNEC to 2 cents. And yeah, so what you don't want to see, again, you don't want to see it come back up here, get rejected, come down, and make the lower low, because you'd be validating a downtrend. Although we did have a downtrend here and eventually we broke out, we don't know how low it's going to go. And as long as it's over 2018, it could still do this, right? It could come back up, come back down, make a lower low, shake everyone out, and then just draw that next candle, exactly what happened here. So just keep that in mind too. So you have to decide for if it goes up and then you make some of your money, some of your profits back, whether you want to sell or not, or yeah. And with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at CKB Nervous Network on the live stream. So let's take a look at it. Let's see how it's holding up from the low to the high for. Yeah, we don't have any more support actually. The next area of support is 2038, and then on the smaller time frame, it would be actually we tagged it here at 2049, and then we got a nice little bounce. So again, CKB, is it macro bullish? No, it's not. Okay, so CKB needs to get over 2065 for it to be macro bullish again. You can see we attempted to break out, but we actually got rejected back down from the 382. Right now we have support here at 2049, but price action needs to take us over 2065, and then it'll be macro bullish again. Little to no resistance to 2009. Now, just keep in mind that it can come back up to 208 to 1 cent and still be bearish, unfortunately, in the shorter time frame, not on the macro time frame, but on the shorter time frame, we can come back up here and still come back down and validate this downtrend and make a lower high. So it does need to break over 1 cent. So just keep that in mind too. And with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It's just my opinion, and thank you. Alrighty, let's read the chat. Hey, Flipcoins, thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. All the videos are going to be up after the live stream, obviously. So just, yeah. Matthew Dropco in the house. The thing is, only Bitcoin can make you rich, but not a single night. Only in the long-term ways. Keep investing, and you will see difference with money, months, years, maybe. Yeah, I believe that, and that's why I'm hoping I make it this cycle so that I can have the money to actually buy. I can actually buy Bitcoin this next cycle, this next bear market. Hey. Damn, these cats are active this morning. Scared for ASM, not gonna lie. I could take a look at it for you if you want. Angel, come on. Taking a look at ASM on the live stream. I mean, ASM's not doing bad. Look, like you're over the... Yeah, I mean, you're just still stuck in this macro area of resistance. And then... Hold on, cat crossing. Okay, and then as far as support goes, yeah, you still have support at the 618 at 2.5 cents. And that's it. So you have support at 2.5 cents, but as of right now, I mean, we just need to get over 4 cents. Once we get over 4 cents, you'd still be validating this huge uptrend that's forming. What you don't want to do is see break market structure, come down and make a lower low, because then you'd be validating this downtrend, unfortunately, and then this bigger downtrend on the macro time frame. So yeah, I mean, it's not scary yet. It would be scary if we were close to 2 cents, but as long as we're over 2 cents and we don't double bottom even here, then it's not that scary, because it could still come back here, double bottom from the 236, and then go to the moon, and then you'd still be maintaining an uptrend. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion. All right, we got to look at some of these. Okay, yeah, we'll do XPR and Ethereum after I take a look at 2 more coins. Did we do Toshi? No, we didn't. Taking a look at ApeCoin on the live stream. So yeah, ApeCoin's all the way back at its low. So I think it's a... I'm going to call this right now. I feel like this thing's going to like absolutely moonshot. I mean, we've been looking at ApeCoin for about 1.5 years now, and literally we were here when it made a low in August of 2024, and I said 236382, right? So whoever actually ended up selling this because they were like, oh, it's going to get stuck, congratulations, as long as you didn't buy back and get chopped up. But because it actually came all the way back down to the low. Now we have support, and our last area is 46 cents. Otherwise, we're going to make a lower low. Bearish under $1.21, which hasn't changed in 2 years, and bullish over $2.21. But dude, I'm really thinking about just buying like 1,000 ApeCoin, because, not financial advice, just my opinion, but like it actually came back down to the lows. That is absolutely insane to me that it actually came back down to the lows. But with that being said, again, it's almost fully diluted. So although the market cap, the price to market cap looks kind of different, you see how you have a little bit more consolidation, but this price is a little bit more steep down. That means that they have been releasing coins into this distribution. They have been distributing supplies into the... they have been distributing tokens into the circulation supply. There we go. So just keep in mind, back up to its all-time high is going to be a little bit hard, but that is around a 50x. So the market cap has never been, 50 billion for ApeCoin. It's been, let's just say it's been, 6 billion. So that's around a 10x, making the price like around $5 to $6, right? So, yeah, with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. I mean, I feel like I kind of want to get rid of Terra Luna Classic on my, like, there's no point in even making videos on Terra Classic anymore. I don't even get that many views on it, I don't think, right? Actually, let me check right now. Let me check, like, how many views I get on it. I don't think it's a member coin. I think I just added it because Vision said that I should do Terra Classic. So, let me see. Oh man, 6 days ago. Let's see. Yeah, SHIBA INU doesn't get any views either. Oh, actually, you know what? Never mind. It does get. It has like 300 views, my last video. So yeah, I guess we'll leave it. Taking a look at Terra Classic Lunk on the live stream. So, unfortunately, I don't have any new news for you. It's kind of the same thing. Bearish under 4078, bullish over 3011. And then in terms of support right now on the macro time frame, we don't have any. Actually, we're sitting on it. That's right. We're sitting on 4063, although we did break below it. So if that doesn't hold, just keep in mind we might establish a floor here over this previous wick at 4035. But if that doesn't hold, then this thing's just going to go to zero, unfortunately. And that's all I have. I'm sorry that I can't give you much more hope. If we were over the 236 or at least the 382, there would be a little bit more hope. Maybe we're getting some sort of compression like this where we're just consolidating and then we're going to have that breakout. But until that happens, we'll just have to wait and see. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion, and thank you. Sup, Allo, what's up? Bearish person in the chat. Sup, hope things are all right in the shadow realm. Am I in the shadow realm? Yeah, I'm in the shadow realm. It's okay. I'm not deep in the shadow realm because luckily, remember like 4 months ago when I sold like some of my OXT and got some money back. So for me, I'm pretty happy. Like I'm like not at like I'm not player eliminated because I ended up taking profits. Same with DOGELON Mars. So I'm pretty stoked about that. So I'm not quite in the shadow realm, but if I do buy back in and if it goes to zero, then I'll be in the shadow realm. But right now I just like took that money out and I just put it in my savings. So I hate crypto. I have my, my DOGELON Mars and then my OXT, my very small bag of OXT, and OXT is not doing good as I don't even want to show you guys. So dude, imagine if I didn't sell and then it went back to 7 cents 80. I would have been in the shadow realm if that happens. Lunk has been a scam for such a long time. Glad I got out profit. Oh, I did XRP, Roy's Army. The video will be posted after this. Yeah, so I already did XRP, so the video is going to be posted after this. I did it when you first asked. Hello, blower, wrong time. Do you think we still have a bull run? Yeah, because I think that. Yeah, but I don't have Luna. I just do it because it gets views and it gives me ad revenue. Shadow Purgatory. Every 2 to 3 months, they start spreading rumors or repeating Terra, USDT, stable getting repegged. Yeah. Thank you for your work as always, bro. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Yeah, let's take a look at Mog, Digibyte, and Toshi. Taking a look at Mog on the live stream. Damn, what a nasty fall. So, I mean, Mog still has support here at, what is it, 6 zeros. Here at 603. And then on the shorter time frame, you can see we have support actually at 43, which we didn't quite come down to. And then, yeah, that's also matches the 0.5. So we still have support. Keep in mind the sell-off did kind of reset the RSI. We are basically oversold. Stock RSI is completely reset. Keep in mind for MOG, we are making higher highs though. Very, very bullish. Once we break, so here's what can happen with MOG. We can get some sort of recovery rally that takes us to 607 to 501. What we don't want to see is a rejection at this price, because then you'd be validating this downtrend and probably making a lower low. So we don't want to see that. And again, if we do break that, just keep in mind it can also happen with the 618 retracement at 5018, and then we could get stuck, come back down. But once we break this, I would say previous high and then all-time highs. That should take us to 4015. Which as of today, that's a monster move. That's around a 30x. So if we're still in a bull run, then that's in play. If we go down again, this area does need to hold at 603 to 6044. Otherwise, the top is in, and we're probably going to get choppy and then breaking down constantly until next bull cycle. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Thank you. Did you look at COC INU? I may have missed it. Not sure if you read my comment about having some issues. No, I haven't. I didn't even see you type that. Thanks for letting me know. Taking a look at COC INU on the live stream. So it looks like it's having a nice little recovery, right? Keep in mind, this is like what we've been saying for every single coin though. So although it is having a recovery, just keep in mind that the 236382 is still resistance, meaning that it can still come back up to these levels and get rejected. And it looks like we got rejected once, came down, and then we're attempting to break out, but we're making a lower high, okay? So keep in mind that that's also not a good sign. What we do need to see is a breakout over 5012. And once that breaks, we're probably going to get a 618 retracement to 5023. And if that breaks, then, you know, cocking you to the moon. But until then we just have to focus on the 236382. In terms of support, clearly there is none. This floor does need to establish. So even if we get consolidation and if we manage to stay over 6043, that is still a good sign. What we don't want to see is breaking below this and just making lower lows and coming back up, making lower highs and lower lows, because we'd be validating a downtrend and we don't know at what point it's going to reverse. And with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at Digibyte on the live stream. So unfortunately, nothing has happened from the last time that we looked at Digibyte. So from the cycle high to the low, we still need to break around 1 cent 11, and then again the 382 at 1 cent 90 around 2 does need a break. Third time's hopefully the charm. We did get a nice little recovery rally though, but just keep in mind on the shorter time frame, we do have, you can see we have resistance here at 2086 to around 1 cent. So theoretically it can come back up here and still get rejected. We have a lot of resistance basically. Unfortunately, there's a lot of resistance to break for Digibyte. So keep in mind we did come back up to 1 cent, but if we don't break that, again 1 cent one needs to break, and then it should take us to 2 cents. But we are technically in resistance right now, so just keep in mind and be careful, because we can come back down to these lows. And with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at Toshi on the live stream. So, ooh, not OXT. Yeah, so taking a look at Toshi on the live stream. So actually, I just looked at it last night. Nothing has happened with Toshi. So we have support here at the 0.5, which we're holding on to for dear life. The next area of support for Toshi would be 3027, which is around where Coinbase listed it. We also do have support here at 34. So again, we do have support along the way. Now, in terms of the targets, if we manage to stay over the 39 mark that we're at, we are looking at retesting 61, which does probably coincide with 236382 resistance, which we'll check right now. Yeah, so from this high to the low, it does. So it puts us smack into resistance. So just keep in mind with Toshi, we can come back up to these levels, and it could still be bearish. So we'd be theoretically, if we come up and get rejected, we can still come down and validate a downtrend that's forming. So the price to beat for Toshi would be around 307. Once that breaks, we're probably looking at a 618 retracement, which should take us to around 201. And if that breaks, then, you know, Toshi to the moon. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Let me check the chats. Thank you. It went up pretty good last night for some reason. I don't know. I wish I would have held. Yeah, that's like you know, flip coins. So basically, you sold, but the thing is, like, that's what I was saying. Right now, everything's at the bottom. Where if you sell, you at least get that 236382 retracement that we actually saw in COC INU. Look, it actually came back up and it tagged that. So this is what Flipcoins is waiting for, because he's like, okay, well, I'm assuming, you know, he's like, hey, like, they come back up and still get rejected. I'm gonna get some money back and then just bounce, right? And which is why you know, not financial advice, but if I was him, I wouldn't sell. I would just hold it to either zero or getting some money back, right? Unfortunate as that is. Let's see. Oh, you wish it would have held. Got it. Okay. Taking a look at Zebic network on the live stream. Yeah, so nothing has actually happened from the last time that we looked at Zebic. Zebic is still, I think, macro bullish. Yeah, it is. So as of right now, 2 zeros 15, 2 zeros 18, and then 2 zeros 23 are in play. Very bullish. And then in terms of support for, yeah, we're over the 382. And then we have support at, yeah, so that would be it. So as long as it stays over at 2 zeros 13, the play would be for this higher high at around 2 zeros 23, followed by the previous all-time high. So, and once that breaks, you know, Zebic to the moon. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at Spell Token on the live stream, this is absolutely brutal. I can't believe Spell Token went all the way back down. It's just crazy that like new people that are getting into crypto right now have the opportunity to buy for a lot cheaper than, hey, what are you doing? That have the opportunity to buy for a lot cheaper than other people that have been holding it for a while. So nothing, and it's like I'm like a broken mic, right? Nothing's bullish until we get over 2 zeros 18, which we've gotten stuck at twice now, and then bearish under 2 zeros 90, 3 zeros 95, which we've honestly gotten rejected once, twice, four times now. And then in terms of support, I mean, yeah, I mean, you still have support at 49. If that doesn't hold, then this previous bottom needs to hold. Otherwise, you know, we're going back down to the lows. We're going to make lower lows, which would be absolutely insane if that happens. But on the shorter time frame, to give you some hopium, yeah, we have support here at 56. So as long as it holds 56, technically you could argue for an uptrend forming, and you'd be making a higher low. But outside of that, again, we just need to get over 3 zeros 95, which we've been saying for 2 years now. So with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. All right. DOGELON MARS, damn. Good morning, guys. It's Cryptomeo Analysis coming at you with an update video on DOGELON MARS. Oh, I didn't do my live, hi guys, you know, coming at you with DOGELON MARS on the live stream. Oops. So, yeah, so with DOGELON MARS, we just made a video last night, but we'll just make another one today because I'm doing my watch list videos on the live stream. So bearish under 20, which we knew, bullish over 33, 34. And then, yeah, I mean, in terms of support, we are sitting on support right now. So if that doesn't hold, the next target would be 11 and then adding a 0.9. So really simple. Unfortunately, the only thing that I see that's pretty solid is that, you know, we are making higher highs. So the next higher high and the next pump should theoretically take us to the 618 retracement, which would be epic, at around 6073, which as of today will be around a, you know, 400% pump. So just, you know, just keep that in mind. That is still in play. There's some hopium. And then if we manage to like not dump back down and hold that, then previous all-time high and then 402 would be in play. And that's pretty much it. Nothing's very new. Nothing's exciting yet. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at Polystorm NCT on the live stream. This is another one I missed out on. I was making videos on this like years ago. 208. That was the price. 208. When I saw it. Yeah, so 208 and then went up like 15x. Yeah, that's a good amount. From the high to the low, we are still over the 382. So just keep in mind that it is still macro bullish. And then support. Let's see if we're over support. Yeah, so yeah, so I guess, I mean, we could say we have support. No, we don't have any more support, so the 382 doesn't hold. Otherwise, we're not going to be bullish, but we have support elsewhere. But again, what we really need to hold 2 cents 20, which I think we've been saying for the last, for the last couple months. As long as, just keep in mind with NCT on the shorter time frame, it can come back up to 32 to 41, and it could still be bearish. So just don't get overly excited if we start rallying, and we got to push back up to 4 cents, and it comes back down, because you'd be validating a downtrend. Exactly what we had here, but we eventually broke out. So what we're waiting for is that breakout in that higher high. And that's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion, and thank you. Got 16 bogeys in the chat. Nice. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more coins to do. And then we've been live, I don't know how long. We've been live for at least an hour, I want to say. But anyone else has any coins they want me to look at, let me know after the 5, and then I got to go edit this. And then hopefully Vision will go live by then, so I could be at the gym listening to him, not getting my workout in because I'm listening to him instead of listening to music. I'm just joking. Okay. Taking a look at Helium Mobile on the live stream. Yeah, so with Helium Mobile, I think we broke support, right? Yeah, we broke support. Next area of support is 308. We have other support here, though. No, we don't. We don't have any more support. So given that this is the bottom, I mean, we don't know. The problem with a chart like this is you don't know how low it's going to go. And then the next area of support is 3028. So yeah, so I mean, that's all. Like, our best bet is for this to be a floor. And then keep in mind that if that is a floor, we can still come back up to around 3008 to 2012 and still be bearish. So the price to beat would be this area. Whoa, this box is like way off. Because we can come back up, get rejected, and make a lower low, and then you'd be validating this downtrend. So the price to beat would be 2012. So with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. No, you're right, I didn't. Taking a look at Ethereum on the live stream. So do we still have hope for Ethereum? That's a great question. Yeah, so for Ethereum, from the cycle low to the high, unfortunately, we didn't stay over the 382. The next area of support for Ethereum is around 1800, followed by 1572. Now, I think we're over the 382 though, right? Or does that coincide? Yeah, that coincides with around the 1578, so 1630. So we are over the 0.5 right now, so just keep in mind on the upside, 25, 23, and then 3K are in play. And then once that breaks 4.8K, and then obviously Ethereum up to 13K. But keep in mind, again, if we do, because we are no longer macro bullish in terms of this support, we're below 2278. So we need to get over 2278. And if we don't, unfortunately, it's probably going to take us longer to go back up. 1893 and then 1578 are in play. Now, with that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion. And yeah, I mean, the RSI is bearish and all the way back down, oversold, and the stock RSI is not really doing much. So hopefully we get some sort of recovery rally that will at least take us back over 2500. But other than that, that's our only hope. And that's pretty much it. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Taking a look at Pangolin on the live stream. So is it over 11 cents? Yeah, it is. So like we said last time with Pangolin, I mean, as long as it's over 11 cents, it's still... Oh, wait, no. It's this way. So it's still macro bullish over 11 cents. And then we have support here. No. Yeah, and that coincides. So yeah, that's our last bet. So our last chance is that. And if it doesn't hold, hey, what are you doing? Dang. Sorry, my cat. We had a cat crossing here. So yeah, so it's 11 cents. And then in terms of, that's our last line of defense. And then in terms of resistance, just keep in mind that don't get overly bullish if Pangolin starts going up. We always talk about this. We have resistance at 20 to 28 cents. And we can come back up here and still come back down and get rejected and validate this downtrend. So just keep that in mind. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. What's up, Flex? Yeah, so I did look at XLM INU. I'll be posting the video after this live stream. So taking a look at GST, Green Satoshi Token, on the live stream. So this thing is a huge gamble play. Just keep that in mind. It is a gamble play. It did have a 382 retracement, and then it basically gave it all the way back. It's bearish under 4 cents 20, bullish over 11 cents, which we've been seeing for like the last 2 years. And then you can see we don't have any more support. So it does look like it's established a floor here at around 1 cent. So as long as it stays over this 1 cent 309 or 2099 mark, you are still technically making a higher low. You're never coming back down and retesting this 208. But if it doesn't, this floor does need to hold. Otherwise, you are going to be breaking down and making a lower low. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It's just my opinion, and that's all I got for an update on GST. Taking a look at Shapeshift Fox on the live stream. So unfortunately, again, nothing has really changed with our last video from last week. We still have support here at 2 cents 80. And then given that this is the bottom, it is still bearish under 4 cents 90 and then bullish over 8 cents 60. Now just keep in mind with Shapeshift Fox, it can still come back up to, I guess we could take it from here. Yeah, it can still come back up to 4 cents 26 and 5 cents 10, and then get rejected and come back down and make a lower low at 2 cents 80. So those are the prices to beat. And then in the long term, it would be 8 cents 70 for it to be macro bullish again. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at Goldfinch on the live stream. So Goldfinch has unfortunately broken down below key 382, which we said that it was maintaining level, or sorry, 236, which it was maintaining levels at 98 cents. Sorry, 91 cents. So the price is bearish again. Bearish under 91 cents, bullish over $1.95. Now we have support. The next areas of support for Goldfinch is going to be around 54 cents. And then just keep in mind with Goldfinch, it can still come back up to 99 cents to $1.20 and get rejected. So we need to beat. We need to get over $1.20, because if we don't, we'd be validating this downtrend and we'd be making a lower high. On the way down, if it does go that, and if we hold 92 cents, that's good because we're not macro bullish and we could argue for a trend reversal and an uptrend. But at that point, again, 92 cents, if it does come up and get rejected, 92 cents needs to hold. And then if it doesn't, then we're bearish again, and 53 cents would be in play. And yeah, all that will be invalidated as long as we get over $1.95. And that's pretty much it. Not financial advice, just my opinion. And yeah, that's it. I did all the videos, yay. So it's pretty good. It took me, was it like an hour and a half? An hour and a half on the live stream to do it. Hold on, let me go turn off my heat. Alrighty. So, sorry, I have to get my water. What's up, Eric? How are you doing? Welcome to the end of the live stream. Yeah, with that being said, I mean, does anybody have any other coin requests, or I'm gonna go edit all these videos and post them and hopefully get yeah, get a whole bunch of videos up. If you guys don't know, I have an X now, so if you guys want to follow me, that would be great. I need 500 verified followers, which is insane to get monetized. That is absolutely crazy. 500 verified followers. I have 2. Hey. I already did XCN. The XCN video will be up. Let me see if I have it up. Yeah, so XCN, very simple. I actually made a video on it already, but I'll be posting it after this, Marty. But XCN, just keep in mind it can come back up to 18 to 22 and still be bearish. What you want to see is price action over 13, and if 13 doesn't hold, then we're probably going to break down to the next area of support. But if we do break 22, 56 would be in play, and then previous all-time high would be in play. So just keep that in mind. Oh, BTC dominance for Allo? Yeah, I mean, there's nothing to look at. It's just the same. Yeah, BTC dominance still hasn't dropped yet, so first alt season, second alt season, no alt season. So we're just waiting for this to nosedive. And that's literally what we're waiting for. And I think that's it. I mean, nobody else has any coin requests, so I think we're going to call it a live stream. We've been live for about an hour and a half now, maybe 2 hours. I don't know. I'm not sure. Let me see. Started an hour ago. I don't know. It doesn't give me like the timestamp. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Just remember, any activate with SEI XPR. Okay. Oh, you wanted XPR. Okay. I already did Turbo. I'll post a video on Turbo after the live stream. SEI. XIA. What? There is no XIA. I'll look at pay. You mean XAI? I think you meant XAI. Well, Matthew Dropco, you wanted Pitbull, right? Which Pitbull is it? I'm assuming it's this one, but let me know. Oh, whoa. Okay, let's take a look at these two, XAI, SEI, and then XPR, and then we'll call it a live stream. No more coin requests. So let me close out all these tabs. Okay, we got 4 more coins, and then we're gonna call it a live stream. Yeah, taking a look at Pitbull. I mean, I'm not gonna make a video on this, but I'll take a look at it for you. Yeah, so the next area of support is 9016 for Pitbull. 10 million, 6 million lock liquidity. That's absolutely insane. That's more than 50%. So that's why it probably hasn't really dropped that much. From the high to the low, given that this is the bottom and we've established a floor, bearish under 9047 and then bullish over 9078. And then for Pitbull, I mean, this is, you know, it's around it doesn't even give me the percent. That's how high it is. Yeah, it's around a 25x back up to its all-time high. So it does need volume, but I think it's just this pairing. So I think I'm looking at the wrong pairing. So it might come back. If it does, it's 25x back up to its all-time high. So good luck with that. Taking a look at XPR network, not XRP, but XPR. Yeah, so for XPR network, this is still very bullish. I mean, let's see. Yeah, so we have support So we broke the 236, but we have macro support here at the 382 at 2028. And then on the shorter time frame, we have a lot of support actually, and it's actually maintaining its price. So 2037 is holding, very bullish. Now from the high to the low, just keep in mind that we got rejected at the 0.5. We do need to stay over the 382, which we're actually sitting on right now. As long as it stays over that, it is still going to be macro bullish. So again, it needs to stay over this box. Otherwise, again, the next area of support is 2028. But yeah, as long as it stays over this and then breaks over, we need to retest this and break over that. And then the 618 would be in play at 1 cent 30. What we don't want to see is for it to get rejected, because we'd be validating this downtrend. So hopefully we get over 207 and 1 cent 38 would be in play. But on the downside, 2037, 2004 needs to hold. Otherwise, 2028 is the next area of support. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Taking a look at XAI on the live stream. This coin came out January 2024. Man, what the heck? I mean, this is a gamble play. You're just stuck in this downtrend. So, I mean, from the high to the low, bearish under 14 cents, bullish over 23 cents. This is around a 20x back up to its all-time high. Yeah, so it looks like they've been releasing coins into the circulation. You can see over here the price was 47 cents, and the market cap was the same market cap as it is relatively now, but the price is 7 cents now. So just be careful with XAI. They're releasing coins into the circulation. Now, in terms of a bottom, yeah, I mean, if this floor doesn't hold, the next area of support is around 3 cents 48. And also just, again, keep in mind that it can come back up to 10 to 14 cents and still be bearish and make that lower low. And then on the macro time frame, bearish under 14 cents, bullish over 23 cents as long as you've established a floor over 7 cents. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion. Good luck with this coin. This doesn't look too good. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Taking a look at SEI on the live stream. So, I mean, SEI doesn't look too bad. The next macro area of support for SEI is around 16 cents. Given that it has bottomed, though, keep in mind bearish under 28 cents, bullish over 37 cents. And then with SEI, it can come back up to 26 cents to 32 cents and still get rejected and make that lower low. So keep in mind, price to beat in the shorter time frame is 32 cents and 26 cents. And then on the macro time frame, bullish over 37 cents. Keep in mind, you can still come back up here on the macro time frame, get rejected, and then validate this downtrend that's forming and making a lower high. So it does need to break that. The next area would be the 618 once this area of resistance breaks. With that being said, none of this is financial advice. It is just my opinion, and thank you. Now, with that being said, thank you so much. I appreciate all of the super chats, all of the subscribers, all of the members. Thank you so much for coming by to the live stream. I really appreciate you guys. Have a great weekend. Have a great Saturday. Enjoy your weekend. And just remember, none of this is financial advice. It is all just my opinion, and this is all just for entertainment purposes. I'll catch you guys in the next live stream. All the videos will be uploaded like in about a couple hours when I have to edit everything and then upload them. So, and yeah, with that being said, I'll catch you.